we were in a very dark place, particularly my wife, a very emotional journey as we kind of battled the system and try and get the best for the child, really. And that kind of come to a head over the last year or so when we realised from an EdSite report that he was 4 or 5 years behind his peers, despite the school being an outstanding school. So it was clear that they just weren't coping. So we had an opportunity to look at alternatives because we felt that there was nowhere else for us to go. So then we were looking at alternative provision. Made the choice about special school with all its fears and trials and tribulations, what we're going to do with our son, how is it going to affect him, will it affect his future, is it going to help him, went through all that emotional journey. And then we realised after a bit of research that perhaps it was the good thing to do. We realised once we'd arrived at Westmorland that this was the place for him. The initial impact for us was immediate in the first week, and as much that Zach was a lot calmer and had a smile on his face. I think it's too early doors to say what kind of an academic impact that there's been, because he's only been here for a couple of months, but I remember picking him up just literally in the first couple of days, and it was a lot easier to get him to school. And he had a smile on his face when he was going in, and he had a smile on his face when he was coming out. But that was an immediate impact, and we had some great communication with the senior leadership team. Smiles all round, really. He had a great first couple of weeks and settled in very nicely. So I think that's got a combination of things, really. It's the environment of the school. Obviously, we've got the luxury now of BEARS provision, specialist autism provision, well-trained teachers. Zach keeps going on about the sensory room and all the bubbles. You know, he's a happy chappy. Of course, he's got his challenges, like everybody. You know, you don't get into a school like Westmorland without having difficulties with your child and various challenges, but that just goes with the territory. But we're very, very pleased and happy that he's here. There's so much support. People come and talk to you. You get phoned up for good reasons, not just because your child's climbing walls or running out of school because there's no space and no freedom, no place for him to chill. And we've got all those things here. I haven't heard anybody having a whinge and a whine about how they're feeling because of what a child said or done to them. So, and that's such a huge difference between mainstream and here. You know, you've got thick-skinned staff that are dedicated. They want to be here. Well, otherwise they wouldn't work here, would they? They want to be with children that are difficult. They want to make a difference in their lives. Where we are now compared to where we were with mainstream, it was very close to hopeless. There was a sense of hopelessness where we were before, but now we've got hope that Zach has got in the best environment to be able to turn himself around, and that's worth everything.